Happy Saturday. We are going to try a somebody said but so Saturday. So I have split my archetype deck up into who, where, and what tools the hero in our story is going to be using. And we are going to be looking at the initiations of the plot. So of why the whole story. That way we'll know this story is for us or whether or not we are just watching for entertainment because it's a good story. So let's see, what is this whole story about? Thank you so much for being here with me at Learn Love Tarot, where we focus on understanding our own birth charts and how to navigate the energies that are transiting the best way possible for our best and highest good. Think because I might just, after these shuffles, I'm going to count to a six because it is a 6 day. Today is the path of freedom. It's the energy of the lovers. We've got the master number 22 just in the date alone. With February 22nd, it is a 222. And then when we add in the year, 2 plus 22 plus 9, we get the creator, teacher, and healer energy of master number 33. All right, so this stayed on. Okay, the thing that came up on the top here, agape, unconditional love. We will take it. So I'm going to, because these are such long interpretations of the stories, I will have a look at the very bottom. That's looking like a cog, even that we saw on Thursday night at our date night here about the cog turning. Yeah, the initiation that turns all the way up into the heart of that fate card, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so gnosis, and this is all about this is a surrounding energy or environment, the initiation, the innermost knowing. We know this is about something we know within our guts, and it has to do with unconditional love, okay, union. Awesome for a day of the lovers. Okay, so we've got what our story is about. Love, sweet love. And who is the main character here in this story? Who's this story about? Please and thank you, Spirit. Messages of the best and highest good for anyone watching whenever it is they watch. Energy is cyclical, and trust that when they find the message, it means that we're meant to find it. Hey, I'm liking the blues here. We have moved on from the throat chakra of yesterday, which is the fifth chakra. Today would be about the sixth, or our third eye, our innermost knowing, our own high priestess. Okay, so this is a person who is seasoned and has gotten in the third stage of life. So we've gotten to the energy of the high priestess here. And inside this medallion is the symbol of divine masculine and of divine feminine. And I am going to take a look at just some general energies. Like I said, these star cards are very full on as far as information. So let's get some extra information here about the crone. So the sage, okay, might even be a little bit of a woohoo witchy woman. Earlier in the week, we had Sheryl Crow song, and this was the card that came out on that day. So the crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation of the feminine trifecta of the mother, maiden, and crone. In her long life, she's witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning, smoldering, taking life and giving life. The crone energy accepts everything in devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and the macabre. Awakening the crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. So this is about clairvoyance, intuition, being very wise, and even psychic powers. Definitely not surprised with Pisces energy, especially with the new moon and Pisces coming up on Thursday. Crossing energy that may or may not. Yep, we've seen this too. The peacemaker, the sustainer, the preserver. Okay. And this is a question of whether this could be, if this is your energy, you could be questioning whether or not you are just sustaining or whether you are maintaining. If we are sustained, then that means we feel fulfilled. Our bodies are filled. We are sustaining our body with the nutrients it needs rather than just maintaining a status quo. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the place where this story is happening. Okay, so we've got our somebody as the crone. And we've got our verb of making some kind of peace here and having a decision about whether or not we are sustaining something or maintaining a status quo. And this could be obviously our whole story is revolving around agape. Number 72 is a 9. That could be a cycle coming to its completion. We are in a 9 year, so this could be coming to fruition at the time. Wow. So I almost did the video today on the cards I pulled for yesterday because I felt they were so powerful. So it looks like it's wanting to come out here anyway, regardless. Okay. So the place, the location, this is something new, the origin, receiving, coming back to the nest. This is a 46 card, which is a 10 energy of the Wheel of Fortune, breaking down further to the Magi or the magician, okay, aka witchy woman could be. All right, so this card is all about the origin story. Everything has an origin story. The womb archetype asks us to contemplate the beginning, beyond the beginning, mother beyond the mother. In a world that often negates the power and necessity of feminine principles, this card returns us to the warmth, tenderness, and sacred intelligence from which we came. It is a card of receiving, achieving, of accepting love from the mother of us all. She is the life giving force that forgives and cherishes even the most wounded and disparate soul. No matter how lost we are, the womb awaits our return to help us heal and grow. This card is a call to keep things simple, to return, to be reborn in the name of love. The womb is everywhere. It is beyond gender, beyond time. We are within it as it is within us. And consider that Mother Earth must also have, imagine her. This is a place of nourishment, harmony, warmth, and love. And when this place is dark, it's there's an ecological crisis, infertility, imbalance, or feeling stricken in some way. Okay, what is crossing this energy is wow. Okay. The transition, messages from beyond the veil. Man, High Priestess energy, big time coming through. I feel like this is definitely because of that Pisces new moon impending. All righty then. Wow. Okay. I'm going to kind of keep that guy up there so we can keep that in mind for our storyline. Are we sustaining or maintaining? This story looks like it's about the which which balance is it here? Am I trusting my intuition? Is this a new start? Are we starting over? Is this a brand new start or is this a restart? What tools is the crone using on as the hero of this journey, other than her ability to be the peacemaker, the preserver? She's deciding if she's how would they decide if they're sustaining or maintaining? Okay, so we see a clasped hands here, and it says about the vow, the contract, the promise, okay, or oath. So definitely about coming back to um, this new start here and using our intuition, getting help from beyond, not once, but twice here with that high priestess energy. And of course, devotion, unconditional love. What in the world other way is there to be? But coming from a place of love. Okay, so the tool that is crossing. Wow. And look at that passionate energy coming from the sacral chakra. This is when the dark side of the moon is on the right. Then we turn down the light of the moon. So, this is as we approach the environmental energy regarding this vow or regarding this contract happening before Thursday, this storyline, because it's specifically showing me a time here. So, the kiss. Wow. Okay. Lots of hand holding in here. There's a lot of tools in this deck. And for two of those energies to feel so similar, and today being an energy of the lovers with those master numbers showing up, it's the path of freedom, of choice. So, love is a choice every single day, whether or not we choose to come from a place of love. So we have here environmental energy as a 24. Again, that's a six energy of today, what's happening now. So this is the start of the hero's journey, and the character is the crone. The place that this is going on is with inside of themselves, and the environmental energy, you're getting messages and signs from the bardo about this transition, the veil, the in between. You are looking at energy that you cannot see but can feel. Okay. And then we have that would be a 10. We have a 9 here, kind of a countdown energy. There is again, it's a 54, which is a 9. And we have here book ending the top of our story with its 6 energy, the kiss. Okay. Now, about agape, this is what our whole entire story is about. This green heart center energy here. And the womb is the place of creation, the roots. Okay. And then the creativity aspect of it, the spark of it, would be coming from the second or sacral chakra. Yellow is all about following our joy, and whether or not that is a dove of peace. There looks like to be a diamond here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, the end of a cycle. Okay, about some kind of promise or contract. Okay, let's read about agape. If instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, we put God or goddess or nature at the center, how would this change our approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks us for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love, serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest reassessment of what we worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are we elevating? Where does the sacred ladder we climb ultimately to? So, when light, this energy is about reverence, honor, and joy. This yellow solar plexus chakra energy here. And when and shadow, our story would be about spiritual bypassing or some kind of righteousness energy. Okay. Agape can also be an overwhelming love of family, partner, and community, and we recognize it by a deep swell of gratitude. Okay, the Greek word agape informs the English word agape, as in to have the mouth agape, is to be awestruck by something of breathtaking delight. We are made humble once again. So, our story is all about something that takes our breath away. Okay, that sounds like a great story to me. Let's read a little bit about this tool. I want to hear more about the vow. So, when the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There's a reason that the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten. So breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. We've been underestimating the power of our promises. Anytime the energy of the vow is present, we are in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. That means time stands still and anything is possible. When light, I love this. I've been saying this. We bear witness toward a shift towards destiny. I've been talking all week about a feeling of a shift in. Okay. When in darkness, there's messy karma, unkept promises, and vows we are making unconsciously. And she furthers to pose that we think of the last promise we made. Was it to ourself or another? Have we upheld it or has it been broken? Okay, wow, we got quite the story happening here as far as the kiss, the touch, the chemistry, and sex. So, when light, this is all about sensual expressiveness, merging and inviting. When dark, it might be in the form weakness, pressure, dominance, and disrespect. Um, the author says to go deeper, we can check out Andy Warhol's 1963 film The Kiss. This made me think of my Gustav Klimt favorite painting. It's the first painting I bought with my very first paycheck at 14 years old was The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. Wow, this is quite the story so far. So let's get some details. We do have the moon in Sagittarius until well around 3:38 here, about another half an hour or so. The moon will go void of course and square off with Pisces. Okay, and square off with Pisces in Neptune. Neptune is at a symbol of a prism right now. So simultaneously looking for God and through God's eyes. This feels like a divine union. Yeah, an offer and a spiritual awakening here, seeing something, this offer that is potential here to make us extremely happy. Again, we are doing the somebody said but so storyline. So it is okay if we're here just to listen for fun. Yeah, environmental energy. Um, this is surrounding this person or our character in the story. Someone very, very intuitive who has seen and done a few things. Okay. Wow. I love this so much already. And just in the beginning of the energy here, we're getting an offer. The crone is getting an offer from someone who has seen the light, who is seeing something in a 180 perspective. Um, the energy around or outside of it, okay, is the emperor, the sustainer, the peacemaker. This could be someone offering peace or wanting a new start or just even a chance. Okay, they have seen the light about something. Okay, uh, someone that is regretful of their past actions, perhaps. Yeah. Okay, so someone is regretful here in Emperor energy, as far as meeting up with a high priestess. And this high priestess energy or Pisces energy also seen here in the hanged man energy. And we've got Aries on the table here with the emperor, and we do have Venus and Aries right now, and that lesson is about a man teaching new forms for old symbols, showing a difference in behavior, as seeing something from a new perspective, finding uniqueness in our perceptions of attitudes of being. So whatever happened here in the past, they are seeing themselves as regretting past actions. Okay. Now, as far as the place of this nest, the rebirth, the origin, I want to see here. Give me more on the location of our story. Give me more exposition information. Okay, we know the who and we know the where. Okay, the tools the hero is using on the journey, the what, and then what the story is all about is unconditional love. Again, 72 with that agape. Good year. Didn't really fully have my question. Please take note of the page and the Nine of Swords and the crossing energy. Someone learning patience, okay, how to walk away from what does not serve, walk away from unhappiness in the past, wanting to be of equal energy. And even if they are exhausted, running away all the time, perhaps, that's about learning that new lesson of what balanced partnership is, what we are wanting. Looks like we got Empress energy and a King of Cups or a diplomatic energy, wanting to change or turn the wheels of fate. Okay. Give me more on the place. What is this origin story? What is the origin story between these two characters? What is the origin story? Okay, so an emperor wants to bring an offer, or an emperor has uh, had a spiritual awakening, perhaps. We do see again the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. Okay, so what is this origin story? This is about physical abandonment. Okay, this emperor could have the abandonment womb, or in this storyline, the emperor could have abandoned a high priestess in past. Okay, I'll go like that. There we go. Okay, and wanting to, that could be what this regret here was. Put him as our other character up here. Okay, and the environmental energy of our high priestess here. Let's stick you right there. And then that way we can see again, seeing emotional abandonment. Maybe why they did that was due to their own broken heart. Okay, learned a thing or two. And now we're seeing this other five, the place where was the origin of the story. Well, we're starting at physical abandonment, losing our way, crossed by awaiting energy, waiting for this crop to come in, waiting for the right time to finally be able to harvest. Okay, so there's an action or a decision being made here. And again, wanting to a new start, wanting to take a leap of faith. It's been a mental prison here, but their passion, okay, feels like what's pulling through. Okay. Was the emperor abandoned? Who was abandoned here? The crone high priestess or the emperor? Or is this part of learning about unconditional love? Our whole story is about unconditional love. Okay, what There we go. What was abandoned here? Oh, okay. So perhaps the high priestess abandoned her own intuition regarding this situation. This could be about her leaving herself. Okay. Not trusting intuition. Crossed by about an offer. Okay. I'm about an actual 3D offer here. Oh, okay. So if this is a renewal, this is coming back around. So this is an offer from someone who has physically abandoned her before due to their own, again, regretting emotions of the past, regretting breaking the high priestess's heart. Okay, because again, our character is that as the emperor, and this is about and their environmental energy having regret and now coming in and saying, hey, I have a new offer here on the table. And again, here I'm seeing something from a whole new perspective. Okay. So the high priestess here could have abandoned her intuition about this offer, or she knew this abandonment was going to happen. Okay. What was, okay, yeah, unsure whether or not this lovers union, whether or not it wasn't clear whether or not they're giving to someone else or whether it truly is equal, even if it appeared so. Give me more on what was abandoned. So, what did the emperor abandon? What did the emperor abandon? What did the high priestess not trust her intuition about? So, what was the story of origin? Physical abandonment. Clarify Five of Pentacles, this origin, and we're coming back to the beginning of the story. Again, this could very well, yeah, we had seeds planted. We were just waiting for them to come to fruition, and this emperor quit before union happened. It only got to a five, and the high priestess could have definitely abandoned her own intuition regarding an offer about the lovers. Okay. Or this could have been about a lover's offer that was abandoned because we see here it was already planted. And I mean, you gotta have regrets about something that was already going, or else there's nothing really to regret, right? Okay, let me get some more here. I want more on this storyline. What why did the okay, why did the emperor abandon this lovers union? Someone from their past or from their childhood possibly acted too hastily or was undecided. Had a little ego trip here, possibly, especially with the Knight of Swords. And they just moved too fast towards a past situation. And they saw victory. Also, perhaps they saw victory as being single and free. Yeah. So they could have been chasing, hauling ass and chasing after a page energy when they had a high freaking priestess. So we've got our why. Okay. Oh, could have had a crush on somebody at work and then that ended, or ended a cycle of their family life. Yeah, this was something that was already at play. Uh-huh. Yeah, they were already in union here, guys. And they hauled ass because of ego, maybe even pretending they were single when they made this offer. Yeah, I don't love the Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands combo. That's all on their high horse. Emotional lunacy here. Definitely power tripping. Okay, that's what this character in this story is regretting here. Okay. So, what happened with them, and what happened with the Emperor and this page energy, and made him feel like a child, made them feel seen. Ah, King of Wands, I see it, I want it, it's mine. Double Leo energy, man. And here we've got Scorpio energy, more fixed energy, another six. So that's going to be fixed fire, which again is Leo. 8, 9, 10. Virgo energy there, all fixed signs. This is definitely a stubborn energy here, guys. Okay. Little pompous, thought pretty highly of themselves. They were idealizing, like they wanted to taste the rainbow. Yeah. And we're breadcrumbing either. Yeah, bread, you don't breadcrumb an Ace of Cups, you give the Ace of Cups. But whatever it was, raise their consciousness. This could have been a spiritual spanking. So whatever happened, it was just like a dream. A ten of cups, can, especially with the six of pentacles of breadcrumbing, it was just like seeing, butterfly and rainbow kisses, when that's not sustainable all the time. It's not sustainable to be a 90 or 100% energy. This is like fantasy, definitely fantasy, especially with the sun and a lot of ego coming into here. Okay. So the tool Okay, well, what did the high priestess think about this? What did the high priestess do when the emperor walked away from this? Closed herself off, held back, definitely not happy. Things kind of got shut down here. Yeah, walked away from that unhappiness. She left to go find her own wish fulfillment because she was no longer going to wait for the emperor. That was already done. She had to leave in order to follow her own dreams and redefine what her own wishes were, putting work into her own transformation of her manifesting an equal and balanced partnership, new love. Yep. Cancerian energy. Yep, waiting for this truth here, making a judgment call. Just wanted to be with someone who was honest and also have transformation within them. Okay. So, what happened to the high priestess? She closed herself off from the emperor, walked away from that shizness, and focused on her own new transformation. Good for high priestess. Okay, so what's happening now? Since this was closed out here, what is this vow all about? What does the emperor want now? What does the emperor want now? Emotional fragmentation. Are you serious? They're still learning about what they want? Really? They're still learning about how to analyze the roads that they've been on, the mistakes that they've made, and the wins that they have achieved. Okay, Virgo is in the South Node right now, and that's about moving towards fulfillment of desire in Pisces. Okay, learning about how to have proper self-analysis because the wheel this is divine timing. Divine timing only happens once this partner, this emperor is no longer in a place of willful blindness, all stuck up in their head about partnership. I don't like that. Okay, it doesn't sound like much of an emperor if they're not really learning. What has the emperor learned about his past? What has the emperor learned about choices and emotional fragmentation? What has the emperor learned? Why should even learn proper how to properly manifest? Okay. So they've learned how to be confident. This is Mars energy, more back to Scorpio secrets and Aries impulsivity, maybe some impetuousness here. And that was the reason here we were in this fantasy. It's a lack of confidence, like a little, yeah, see, it's back again. Total fantasy. They learned that it was just a fantasy. Their confusion was for a reason. It wasn't anything real. Okay. Well, what did the high priestess learn? that come out? Oh, how to balance her own heart, diplomacy, own inner balance. Okay. How to make choices for herself, whether to stay or to go, what her own solar plexus, her vow to herself to never be arguing between head and heart. They've both got to come into play here. And it has to be connected to passion. Again, the yellow, it says a regeneration energy with the gecko. Okay, so the high priestess learned how to balance her own energy, and she learned what her passions of her heart were. Okay, and not to repeat a pattern of moving too quickly or solely on passion. Okay, let's get the rest of the story. I want to grab another deck here just because I feel like we're getting. No, I still have a amount of cards there, but 2 seconds. Okay, we're going to go with our Tarot of the Divine on the bottom, Eight of Pentacles. Again, I guess I didn't like what happened at that Eight of Pentacles situation and got them all bound up. You think? That's what you get for going after a page when you already had a high freaking priestess. Dum dum. But they're just characters in stories, so we just tell them the story. We're not going to judge the characters because they're fictional. This is a somebody said, but so story time Saturday. Let me know if you like this type of reading. We'll finish you up here. What is why the tool now? The vow, oath to self. What is this about? What is the high priestess's vow to herself after all of this? About staying in balance, like this week. Okay. All right. That fearing a Three of Swords or fearing heartbreak and betrayal. Like, wow. Holding that fear actually brings the energy forward. Okay. So, what did she learn? That her fears of being skewered. Yeah, she did not trust her intuition, right? We said, what did the high priestess, what was the origin story there? What did was abandoned? Okay, so the high priestess abandoned high priestess. She abandoned herself. This is what this story taught her, this story of sorrow, crossed by repetitive patterns. Yep. Seeing the truth in her own repeated patterns, seeing herself for herself, and how that possibly affected the reaction to when this happened. Okay. So, so what's the vow now? What is her vow? Okay, never again. That cycle is done. And look at the beautiful color matches here. That cycle is complete. Yep. Could have even been a possible divorce because of this. Okay. Crossed by, yeah, Nine of Swords. Not sleeping. Look at people are not happy about this and the environmental energy. Yeah, look at her I mean, cut them off. Bye. Okay. How does she feel now towards the emperor? Now that she's learned the hard way about summoning in fears. High priestess energy is no joke, guys. Remember, we put in our order to the universe. Every thought, our words, our wishing well pentacles, whatever you're putting out there in the 3D with your thoughts and words, putting our order in. Okay. How does the high priestess feel now about the emperor energy? I still haven't seen an empress. She feels like either they have transformed or she is now transformed out of that cocoon. We saw this here, her walking away and gaining the bravery to walk away from that and focus on her own dreams was the transformation that ended the cycle twice. Yeah, this was never anything. Okay. How does she feel about him now? Still a spark there. But there's definitely boundaries now. Okay. And 8 of Wands, 7 and 1 is 8. That's passionate, fast communication, but still unsure what's hiding there beyond that red veil. What's in the environmental energy? Here's the offer. We're back to the top of the story. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. This is how we got here. Okay. Maybe she now has a choice between two or just a choice of this situation, whether to give it another chance or not. Okay. Well, how does the Emperor feel? More balanced, a better communicator with these mushrooms, feeling that they have conquered this beast of energy. See how her foot has conquered the beast. She's wrestled the alligator to the ground, conquered fears of his own, and now is faced with a decision and action. Oh, why is this Page of Cups back? Should I or shouldn't I apologize? Should I or shouldn't I make this love offer? Do you see the rabbit here in a red thread of destiny? Here's the moon, the bridge, that can be fusion or being unclear, ready to set down a burden and get their Queen of Cups back. That's the most love in the entire deck, the Queen of Cups. So they've conquered here. 2 of Wands is kind of like, should I, shouldn't I? Which action? There's a truth and a spark. Okay. So the difference between a sword air energy or heat fire. Should I or shouldn't I? Unclear, but ready to set down burdens, knowing there's love, but more confusion freaking again and slow as molasses. Willful, like just sitting around not choosing. You gotta make a move. Are they still a Page of Cups or are they still talking to this Page of Cups? What is okay, and the moon. Cancerian energy, water energy, Page of Cups. Wanting to set a burden down of confusion. Definitely, I mean, we got Cancer, um, Pisces, Cancer, and a little bit of Scorpio there. What's on the left side of this decision? What is on the Wands side? What is on the Wands side? Okay, love offer, frostbite, Wheel of Fortune when the energies are ready. What my star is. Is it really this fantasy of the 10 of cups? Oh my gosh. Emperor wants a new start. Okay. What is on the right side? What is the truth here? What is on the swords side? Oof. That divorcee energy, Libra energy. Okay. Crossed by the chariot, burnt water energy. It's this confusion about where to offer my cup. We've got passion and love, and here we've got thoughts and up in the head. Fast, barracuda. Yeah, getting up again, more gaslighting themselves, second guessing themselves. Six of Pentacles, unclear whether it's equal or not. Clarify Queen of Swords crossed by the chariot. Ten of Pentacles, the connectedness of everything, the roots of the tree. Clarify that Ace of Wands, hermit energy, contemplation over what happened before, has had a long time and knows they better come straight. It's like, do I want to be up in this fantasy of possibility of new all the time, new love or renewal? And the divine timing is right when the energy, there's wish fulfillment. Again, more fantasy of that 10 of cups, the emperor and the fool. A lot of Aries and Venus. This might even be once we get into retrograde at the beginning of the month. Clarify Ace of Cups on this side with Wheel of Fortune. Why Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune? Lying to themselves. This is all fantasy, guys. If they choose that, or they're thinking, this is could be thinking about the past, or Three of Wands, really manifesting that. That's what I really want, but I have this stability over here. And it's like fooling themselves that they can have this escape plan and just that limits if they go this way into this commitment and the vow towards peace, then that's like, oh, well, then no new. That's like no more fantasizing about anything else. There's like a final feeling to it. It's like that's their escape route. They lie to themselves that they can just escape. Yeah, King of Swords. This is the divine pair here. Yep. And he has left it before. King of Pentacles, King of Swords. What was learned here? Okay, well, how does this story end? What happens? How does this story end? This could also be a vow, like not to go this direction again. I mean, this was pretty much retelling the story underneath. Truth is, I can't lie to myself that I can escape. This is a commitment. This is about head and heart aligning because the soul drives the chariot. I've learned this lesson. I've evaluated this roots, this family dynamic, I mean, everything. Okay. How does the story end, Spirit? It's the end of our story. Still haven't seen no damn Empress. Don't need it with the High Priestess, but dang, how does this story end really all the way back at a Three of Pentacles? Hey, High Priestess, better trust your own High Priestess this time. Trust your intuition because after all this, if this story ends at a very basic dynamic of a Three of Pentacles, no, thank you. I think that's the judgment call here. That's monkeying around. No, no, no confusion. If that's on offer here, guys, confusion about the Empress, really, that's when it comes out. Confusion about the Empress and their environment. They know you're the High Priestess and the Empress in this story. And the outcome is after all freaking that is it judgment about Three of Pentacles, either put up or shut up ish or get off the pot. Empress doesn't wait. Always going to be someone more loyal that will come along for that energy. Why the Three of Pentacles? Is this lesson learned about Three of Pentacles can also be third person, judgment call about third energy. Back to the Two of Pentacles, wishy-washy. It's what caused this in the first place. Oh my gosh. 22, 2 or 22 energy. Pieces of the puzzle here. Lovers again. This feels like a karmic lesson about knowing what our wish fulfillment is. This is not something to pussyfoot around at. Okay, so the end of our story is there's always judgment anytime an extra energy is there. That's not supposed to be, especially if things were fine. He looks like he's having a good time. And being confused or being emotionally fragmented about an Empress energy, I hope that Empress tells him to F right off. Feels karmic for her, like she was supposed to learn this. She's the beauty. I mean, these are both soulmate cards here. The lesson was meant to teach about what wish fulfillment is, what a balance of energy is in a one-to-one commitment. There's our Eight of Wands. Wow. Firebird energy. Back out. Okay. I hope the lesson was learned. Okay. What is the advice here? Sum up this story here. Give me a summary of this story here. Get you guys out of here. Geez, it went long. Did not. This is a juicy story. Yep, it was all a lesson. Hollow bone, teachability. 10 is a reset that resets to an ace. So it does feel like a renewal of a situation, that there's a big lesson that's been learned here. Wheel of Fortune energy. Oh shit. Wheel of Fortune. Turning the fortune's wheel. Luck and the right timing. Needing direction on this confusion. Oh my gosh. Let's see what this hollow bone is all about. Man, this feels like a first of a series of a book of a story. Okay, teachability, humility, being empty so that the wind of spirit can breathe through you. Wow. Okay. This was a hard lesson learned. Dang. Okay. Hey, I like that gold picking up here. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites us to become empty of our notions of who we are, to check our ego at the door, and to know that this is not about us. Relinquishing our need to be right and express an opinion, as this will not change anything right now. We're being called upon to practice humility. Hollow ourselves out and hear the wind blow through us and play us like a flute. We will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There's an important communication waiting for you. Eight of Wands. Humility is the swiftest path for us to become like the hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster ego. Eliminate the doer and allow things to happen on their own accord. Remember that we can accomplish most anything if we're willing to let someone else take the credit for it. Hollow Bone has come to caution us to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what we think. Trust our experience, not what we have read in books or tech or holy texts. This will allow us to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that we are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life, and as important as the brightest sun. Still, Wheel of Fortune with that 23 of change, lost in space, needing direction. 36, that's a 9. So it could be, yeah. You need to know what this person's intentions are because it still seems as if there's confusion here. And guys, confusion for this character, my advice to the High Priestess, confusion is a no. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. End of story. All right. I feel like what happened with this emperor in this work situation? Ah, hilarious on the side. It's all ego. I am their light. It was like the show off, the sun. That's crazy. Got to be seen, filled their ego. And second option on there's that flute of the hollow bone. It was in reverse, no longer an option. Thought they had a second option or just like to think it was an option. Don't think so. How did this page feel about the emperor? What was going on there? I mean, they're a child. How did the page feel about the emperor? I thought this was going to be just a quick somebody said but so, and this is a whole ass novel. Bless your heart if you're still here. Just curious. Find this story dissatisfying. In reverse, it still hurts. And I don't think about it anymore. Okay. Not even a uh, hollow, right? Thought it might have been a second option. It was not. It was just a hollow, shallow ego lesson there. Well, that's what happens. What was the ascension lesson for this emperor? What was the ascension lesson for the emperor? Huh. 11 to 11 compassion, higher heart opening, and so they could that strength, right? Learning to balance, opening up their heart chakra. Wow. Get it. Okay, this is the amber, an activation code to accelerate ascension. Okay, so this happened so that they could accelerate their own ascension. Igniting a higher heart chakra activates the ability to embody the highest dimension of unconditional love. Unconditional love. Wow. Which is compassion. Aligning with the heart of the universe allows you to experience expanded states of eternal love. This requires that you heal your heart by letting go of judgment that created separation between you and desires. This card implies that you're hiding from your emotions, or that you have numbed your ability to fully express your emotional range. When you avoid feelings such as rejection, pain, or sorrow, it also blocks your capacity to experience higher emotional dimensions. Honoring all of your emotions gives you permission to express your vulnerability so that you can embrace your journey with grace. Seeing the gift in your lessons is a way to honor your feelings, giving you permission to be yourself. This card encourages you to stop judging your emotions or sabotaging your actions by paying attention to your needs. This path teaches you to accept the range of polarity between sorrow and joy. Finding forgiveness and acceptance will accelerate your journey to the heart and engender more compassion for yourself and others. Okay. Wow. Okay. What about, yeah, clearing core wounds, soulmate energy? So that's where this story is at the end. And this is what the emperor's going to need to do in order to get out of that wishy-washy wiffle waffle back and forth. Okay. What is the ascension energy? It's already flipped of the high priestess. Where's the high priestess at with all this? Someone very intuitive, could be a Pisces, doesn't have to be. There's a Pisces stellium, so I am not surprised with all this love and high priestess energy. Where's the high priestess at right now in her ascension? Where's the high priestess with her ascension? Also opening up heart and see, learning how to set boundaries. Learning how to set boundaries, and also that could have happened to her for her own kundalini activation and to clear some past life karma. This emperor could have been a false twin flame, and she was supposed to be able to see that. We did see that devil energy um, along with death and also Ten of Swords. So the high priestess could learn how to set boundaries, having unconditional love for herself as well. Opening our heart in the slate suit is all about powerful life lessons. Yep, setting loving boundaries that accentuate the high priestess's ascension. Okay, so the 9 to 9 is it's human nature to guard and protect yourself from being hurt again. But if you carry past pain with you, you'll continue to put up a wall that prevents you from experiencing great love. Letting go of the fear of being hurt and setting loving boundaries teaches you to trust the process and open your heart to receive love. This card indicates that you need to let go of your stories and cut the energetic cords that are attached to judgment, expectations, and comparisons to others. You may also be placing conditions on those around you by expecting them to fill a void that you need to fill from within. Be willing to forgive others who have hurt you. Learn to say no and set loving boundaries. The more heart aligned you are, the greater is your ability to express yourself from the heart. Note that this is on page 37, which is a Wheel of Fortune energy. And I was thinking that card before it was adding up to a 10. Yeah, hollow bone. It's a 10, as is 37. Giving your heart a voice allows you to attract abundance and to create a life you love. When you feel loved, you show up as love and freely share love with the world. Okay, so this happened for very different lessons for each, neither one very easy, but learning those lessons is literally the definition of divine timing when both energies are right. So, yeah, this is still that Emperor energy is still in that wishy-washiness. I would wait for the evidence, guys. Wait for the evidence to before moving forward. Um, I think this is a story that is a cliffhanger for now until, if and until this higher heart opening happens here. Okay, learning what they want, and I think they learned the first time, got a empress in their presence. This is wish fulfillment surrounding them. There is no reason for them to be confused about that. All right, but they got to learn that on their own. I hope you have enjoyed story time today. And let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this type of